welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching, my name is Gabby Alexia. If you're tuning in, coming back, thanks for coming back, joining me today. Now you guys know I haven't been posting in a very long time. I don't even know off the top of my head the last time that I posted something. It was probably like October, September. I really don't know. But it's definitely been a while, just because I've been very busy because now I got a job. And also, now that I'm going to be talking about it today, my dog Jade recently died. I really wanted to do this video sooner, but I didn't want to make a video where I'm crying the majority of the time and you probably wouldn't even understand what I'm saying. I feel like I'm a little bit better now, so I can actually, give you guys more details of what really happened. So first things first, I had a dog. Her name is Jade. I actually had her in one of my videos, my previous videos. She was 14 years old. I literally had her since I was in 3rd grade. So from 3rd grade, that's like 7, 8 to I'm 22 now. Well, 23 actually. Just had a birthday. Can't forget that. But yeah, she died December 22nd, 2020. So right before Christmas, also right before the new year. So we all know that 2020 sucked, but that was just the icing on my cake. Like, what? I mean, I had to come to the realization that, she's getting older. She's probably going to pass soon, but it was really all of a sudden for me how everything, played out. She was the best dog, honestly. Like, no other dog can compare. I definitely felt like she was made for me. She was perfect for me. All her little so-called flaws, I definitely thought that she was perfect. So she passed at an animal hospital. I had to put her down. Really, I hated that decision, honestly. I even stayed to see her, pass away, because I'm the type of person where I have to be there to see in order for it to be real, for me to get closure. That's the same thing with me, having to go to someone's funeral or seeing their body in a casket. I know it's very weird, I'm sorry, but that's just, for me, that's how I get closure, to know that it's real. So I actually got COVID in November, right during Thanksgiving. And Jade, my dog, was with me the entire time while I had to be isolated from the rest of my family. But then after I tested negative, like the next time that I took the test, she started breathing very weird. So I'm like, what's going on? This is out of nowhere. What's wrong with her? Took her to the hospital. They told her that she was in the early stages of heart failure. They gave her some medication, and she took that for about 2 weeks, and she was fine. But when she had to get her medication refilled, and I took like a day before getting it renewed because they were open the day that I asked for it. So she was breathing really weird. I'll probably put some videos on here for you guys to see, what it was like. Oh, poor baby. I talked to the doctor because I had picked her up from the hospital, and they were like, if she doesn't take her medication by this time, then call us back. She may have to go to the ER. And I was like, okay. So I was thinking, like, she's not eating. Also, she wasn't eating while she was breathing, where she wasn't eating like she normally does, or drinking, or really going to the bathroom. So it was really, really strange for me. But I'm like, how is she supposed to take her medication if she's not consuming anything whatsoever? Not even her treats. My family even gave her like some human food, like chicken. She loves human food, but she would not take it at all. like, she'll look at it, but she will not put it in her mouth. So I'm like, this is definitely strange. The doctor was like, she may need some unseasoned chicken or some plain yogurt. I went to the store, got her some yogurt, got her some chicken, but by the time I got home, my mom was like, she needs to go to the ER. So I'm like, oh boy, this is intense. Like, what is really going on with my dog? We took her to the ER. They're telling me and my family that we're going to have to pay XYZ amount of money for her to stay overnight. And they were saying they don't even know if she could last till the next day. So this is December 21st, so right before her passing. They were like, we don't know how long she's gonna, be here. I'm guessing she's not really taking the medication. She's not responding to the medication and everything. And I'm like, what? There has to be something else. So we keep her at the hospital overnight, and just for them to run some more tests or whatever they can do to make this, make her feel better. And so that next morning I woke up, I called my mom, and she's like, they really don't know what else to do. This is probably gonna be her last day. This is December 22nd. This is probably gonna be her last day. We need to go to the hospital to, basically say our goodbyes. And I break down. Mind you, I'm just waking up and I'm already crying. It was intense for me. Like I said, I've had her since 3rd grade. How in the world is she dying now? And it's so soon. She just went to the ER the day before. How is she already about to die? It's still surreal to me. Like, what? So my family and I get to the ER where we dropped her off the night before, and I'm just sitting there like, there has to be another way. Like, what? This doesn't make any sense to me. The doctor is like, yeah, we've tried everything we could do. It had nothing to do with me having the coronavirus or anything. She's just getting older. You could take her to another doctor because her trachea was closing. So they were like, you can, give her some surgery, but that would have been thousands and thousands of dollars. And plus she's old, so it's like, it's not really a guarantee that she would last longer. Also, she had heart failure and she was developing pneumonia. I mean, they were telling us all of this, at the ER. So I'm like, oh my God, all of this. That was wow. That was like my first time hearing all of this. What in the world was I missing out on before? She seemed totally fine at home, before she started breathing weird. So when did all this develop? So yeah, we ended up not doing the surgery because it's like, we don't know. And so, Jade comes in because I obviously wanted to see her before. So she comes in, she's still kind of breathing weird, but not as bad as when she was at home. Because, I mean, they had her on the, kind of like a ventilator. They had her on the oxygen tank, where she was there the entire time. Like, I don't even know if she went to the bathroom, but she was in there the entire time that she was at the ER. So her breathing was a little bit better, but it was only because she was in the oxygen tank the whole night. But I was so sad. I literally started crying. Like, I don't even know if she knew what was going on. It was intense for me. It was intense for my whole entire family. I couldn't believe this was happening. I even brought little toys that she played with, like, before her going into the hospital. So the toys that she played with, here's one of them that I actually take everywhere with me now. Like, everywhere I go, I put it in my purse. I even have it, like, in my bed when I'm going to sleep. Like, this is, like, a representation of her since her body is not, with me. I'm taking her everywhere I go. But, yeah, So yeah, we're crying and all this stuff, and the doctor is like, now we, have to prepare for us to put her down. And I'm like, oh my god, give me a second. This is insane to me. Like, I felt like it was way too soon. Like, I felt like there was something else that could have happened, could have worked for her to be better, but I guess not. So the doctor brings the, what is it, the sedative needle to put her to sleep. And I'm crying, I'm holding her, telling her I love her, all these good things, holding her so tight because I love her and I'm gonna miss her. And like I said, I don't know, like, if she knew. Oh my god, I don't know, like, she knew that this was gonna happen to her. So I'm like, just hoping that she knew, and like, hopefully she was ready. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to do this, but I'll just never forget. So the doctor, puts the IV in her arm, and she looks at me right before she goes to sleep. She looks at me. She's in my lap. My baby is in my lap, and she looks at me, and then she falls asleep. So after she falls asleep, I'm just crying. Like, what else am I to do? There's nothing else for me to do now, because, like, I have to get ready. I have to prepare myself for this. So the doctor gives me some time to try to calm down because it's all happening so fast. And then the doctor's like, are you ready now? And I'm just like, yeah. Take my deep breath, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead. And while I'm thinking, I'm just like, she's not gonna suffer anymore. Whatever was going on with her is not gonna be happening to her anymore. So maybe this is a good thing. I don't want my baby to suffer. So, she, she makes her go to sleep. Jade dies, like, within the matter of seconds. The doctor checks her heartbeat. It stops. The doctor's like, she's gone. And I'm like, what? That was so fast. So fast. And so I held her in my arms like a baby, like I always do. I always did. I always held her like a child, like in a cradle position. And she was wrapped up in a blanket, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I wish this never happened. I love you. You know this. You're my best friend. You were the best dog ever. So glad that you were here for so long. All this stuff. And I just kept saying, I'm sorry. Like, I wish I would have been able to find another way for her to still be here. But yeah, that was it. I held her for as long as I could. As long as I could. Like, even after she was gone, I never wanted to let her go. Even when my family left out of the room before she was sedated and everything. But I was the only one that stayed because I needed, this was something that I needed to see. But yeah. So, I guess I'll just show you guys what I got for her. Like, because, they give you the option if you want her, that's her picture, if she wanted to be, taken home, if we wanted to bury her. And I was like, no. But I did bought her ashes. So I'll show you guys her ashes and a little care package that the hospital gave to me. Okay, so this is actually the box what her ashes are inside of. I opened it from this side, but I'm not going to show you guys. But so her body is in here. It took about a few weeks, but that's because it was during the holiday season. Like I said, she died the 22nd. The 25th was right around the corner, so they had to kind of pause the process. But it came in this beautiful bag. It's so cute. I got this from the animal hospital. And it also comes with this bookmark that also turns into a flower outside. So if I wanted to, you know, put this into the ground outside, I could do that and a flower would bloom. I also got her footprint. I don't feel like taking it out, but it's her paw print on clay. It's so cute, her little paw. Yeah. And then, did you guys know that there's a support group for when your dog dies or is lost? Like, this is crazy. I love it though. I really appreciate this, because people who like me, who've been with their dog for a while, they may need this when they have nobody else. And this was her cremation certificate. So yeah. And there was, I think, yeah, on the back of this, there's a little prayer from the doctor. And I love this because this is so beautiful. Also got this, let me see. This is the first paw print that they gave. Oops, the first paw print that they gave to me. I put this in my bag as well. As you can see, I took it out of. But yeah, I take this with me everywhere with the little toy as well. Oh, and my mom actually gave me this digital picture frame where you can slide or like make a little movie out of all the pictures that she may want to create. So I'm gonna show you that as well. So this is a little digital picture frame. You see, as you go by, there's different pictures of my little Jadykins. I miss her so much. She was so cute. But also, this is a plant that the hospital had given to us just for their condolences, and I really appreciate that. The reason why this stuff is right here is because she always had her mat, her blanket, maybe even her bed would be right here, and then her food and water would be over here. So it just made sense for everything to be, you know, in close proximity, just as a remembrance. But yeah, this is what all the things that I got, and I'm so grateful for the family that I had and the hospital that was so unbelievably concerned about this whole process and the situation, and was just giving their condolences and everything. My mom even sent out some cards to PetSmart, like the grooming services, the hospital at Benfield, the ER hospital that's closer to our house where Jade was, and I just wanted, yeah, our family definitely wanted to thank them, because the whole entire time we've had Jade, we've always took her to PetSmart or Benfield whenever we needed them, and they just gave nothing but amazing service. So we greatly appreciate that from them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, let me show you guys the picture that I literally just got yesterday. So you guys, I'm obsessed with my dog, which is amazing. I actually wanted to get a picture of her painted. And I know so many creative people, but I found this amazing person through work. Actually my boss's boyfriend, he's an amazing artist. I'm actually going to tag him in this so you guys can see his work and follow him on Instagram. He's amazing. He did this in a matter of like 3 to 4 days in his oil-based paint, and he just replicated an image that I had of Jade. Wow, she looked so happy, and I think it's amazing. It's so beautiful. I'm in love with it. I love literally everything about it. The brush strokes are amazing. Like, this is unreal. And it looks just like her. Even like her little hairs at the top. That's so her. But I'm definitely satisfied, and it wasn't even a lot to pay for. It was a great amount for how humongous it is. I originally wanted it to go above my bed, but that would have not fit. But you can see here, whoop, that how big it is. It's humongous. But yeah, that's that. Okay, I'm just gonna say my goodbyes here. But thank you guys for watching so much. This was definitely a difficult process for me. I'm very glad that I finally was able to do this. It's been so long for me to actually, you know, come back onto this platform and actually, you know, talk about this, because I felt like I couldn't continue my YouTube journey without talking about this, because she was so important to my life. So I'm just glad that I finally, you know, got a chance to do this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little story about my sweet baby girl, Jade. I love her so much. Make sure you give your dog a kiss, your animal a kiss and hug every single day. Never let them go, because they are so beautiful and so harmless, and they need love and affection just like each and every one of us does as well. So thank you guys for watching again. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Y'all, why is she rushing me? This girl has been staring at me for like 10 minutes while I've been doing my homework. Like, we gon' outside. Now Jade cannot come down the stairs by herself, so I'll have to pick her up. Ugh. Here you go. She's free.